quite sure you wouldn't like a cup of tea.
What? Oh, no. Thank you very much.
Won't you sit down, Mr. Barkley? This gown is for your sister Audra. Pretty, isn't it?
Yes, very pretty.
I believe she's having a dinner party next week. Some other ladies have ordered dresses just for it. What are you having so much trouble saying, Mr. Barkley?
Look, it's all my fault. You understand?
No, I can't really say that I do. Won't you sit down, Mr. Barkley?
I mean, this whole thing, and this whole thing is going on in town. The people staring at you and everything. Well, it's my fault.
It is?
Yes. Did you ever read the Halyard story about that missing bandit and how he says it was a woman?
The Devlin gang.
Right. Well, this whole town seems to think it's you.
I see. And why should they think that, Mr. Barkley?
Because Jody's got a big mouth, that's why.
Jody?
Yeah, Jody. Yeah, he's a hand. He works for me. Well, he's a little bit short of brains, to tell you. I mean, you can tell him anything, he'll believe it. I mean, if you were to tell him that, well, no matter what you tell him, he'd still believe it. Anyway, I thought I'd try to prove that, well, Jody isn't as stupid as everybody thinks. And, I mean, there were some things that even Jody wouldn't believe. So I told him that you were the missing member of the Devlin gang.
But why me, Mr. Barkley?
Because you're the least likely woman I could think of. And because I'm just about as short of brains as Jody is, that's why. Well, now, I figured you'd come at me with those scissors there.
No, these are just pinking shears. They just keep you from coming unraveled. Oh, you managed to brighten my very dull life, Mr. Barkley. I can't remember the last time I laughed this much.
Would you call me Nick? I'd appreciate it.
All right. Nick, with all this, will you tell me why I haven't had a visit from the sheriff?
Well, I guess that he's got twice the sense I have. Oh, but I'll go right over to his office and straighten all this out as soon as I leave here. Miss Hall.
Oh, just Jenny will be fine.
Thank you. Jenny. Are any of these fancy dresses around here yours?
Mine? Oh, no.
Why not?
Oh, where would I wear them?
To a party. My sister Audra's throwing a party at our house.
Oh, Mr. Barkley.
Nick.
You don't have to do penance for your sins. I absolve you.
Turning me down, right?
Yes. There must be dozens of suitable ladies for you to invite.
Oh, no, I can't think of one. Pick you up 7 o'clock Friday night.
Oh, but I...
7 o'clock Friday night, you be ready. Here, bye-bye.
Mr. Barkley.
Yeah?
Allow me to introduce myself. Ted Halyard.
Oh, the writer.
The same.
Didn't know you were in Stockton.
Mr. Barkley. While I was up in Sacramento, I heard a very interesting rumor.
Oh?
Which I felt deserved my personal attention.
I see.
How well do you know Miss Hall?
Oh, no, wait a minute. You're not thinking of doing a story about her, are you?
Well, now. She's the one that rode with the Devlin gang.
She never rode with...
Still, Mr. Barkley, if she is the one, I feel that I owe it to my public.
Mr. Halyard. Never rode with the Devlin gang. Let's get that straight.
How can you be so sure?
I'm sure.
I see. You've appointed yourself the girl's protector.
That's right.
Praiseworthy.
Let me spell it out for you, Mr. Halyard. You stay away from Miss Hall. She never rode with the Devlin gang. It was all a very bad joke.
I see. Still, it would make a very interesting follow-up story. Properly handled, of course.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Oh. I might incur your displeasure.
You might.
Well, in that case, Mr. Barkley, having been a witness to the last time your displeasure was incurred, I shall, of course, abandon the entire project.
Permanently.
Oh, I swear it, Mr. Barkley. On the grave of my sainted mother.
The late ball? You're on. I'll break. I got solids.
Say, listen, I didn't know you knew Ted Halyard.
We've met.
That's all? Sounded more to me like you were old pals.
How do you mean?
You sure didn't leave me much of a shot.
What about Halyard?
Oh, nothing, only I was introduced to him in town today. And he insisted that I bring you a message about his mother.
His mother?
Yeah. He wanted me to tell you that his mother is the oldest living female faro dealer in Boulder City, Colorado. Now, what
else did he say?
Oh, nothing, only he suggested that I read his story in the Morning Eagle. I got it right over there.
What's it say?
Nick, old boy, I think you're going to have time to read it yourself.
Tell me about it, will you?
Well, he suggests, without actually naming names, that he knows the identity of the missing member of the Devlin gang. Now, as far as I'm concerned, it's just another classic example of yellow journalism. At its lowest, I might add. Or gossip being dignified in print. Respectable young lady being pilloried by innuendo.
Jared, you're not talking to a jury. It's me, Nick.
Well, I wish I were talking to a jury. I have a feeling that our little dressmaker friend is in a lot of trouble.
Well, if she is, so is Halyard.
Huh? Now.
That it? Huh?
That's it.
Come on, let's go in.
No. Later. When it's full dark.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Well, you look great.
Oh, do I really look all right?
Yes, you just look great.
Oh,
Which is no more than I expected.
if anyone ever tells you that you're an expert liar, don't believe him.
All ready?
fine old wine, a lovely young lady. Oh, if only I were 60 again.
Why, Senator, you're the youngest man I know.
And how much will that nice compliment cost me? Not, mind you, that it won't be worth every penny of it.
Those words came straight from my heart. And you'll find the blank checks over there on the table. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you, Miss Audra. But, what for?
Why, I hear that your mines are producing more silver than any other mines in the West.
They're a very efficiently run operation.
So giving up a day's profits just one day wouldn't hurt too much, would it?
I beg your pardon?
Well, I was thinking of how much the orphanage could do with that money.
Well, it's a very worthy cause, but...
Oh, dear Mr. Patton, thank you. I knew we could count on your generosity. The blank checks are over there.
Audra, shouldn't you be wearing a mask and carrying a gun?
Too obvious.
When do you want me to get this little auction started?
When I tell you to.
Jenny. Oh, Jenny, how nice to see you.
Thank you, Mrs. Barkley.
Come and meet some of our friends.
Jenny Hall, how come?
Why not?
Jenny, may I present Senator